Hi everyone, and welcome to this episode of my North Nodes of the Zodiac series. This is actually my last episode. Well, I'm going to be doing more episodes on North Nodes, but obviously this being North Node Pisces, this is the 12th one, the final one. So this is on what it means if you or someone that you know has your North Node as the sign of Pisces, the fish. Naturally, that means your South Node is going to be in the sign of Virgo. So you are coming from a Virgo lifetimes, Virgo energy, Virgo comfort zone, Virgo skill set, being very Virgonian. Virgonian, is that even a thing, or did I just make that up? Anyway, right. So Pisces North Node, I don't want to say like this is a special one because the way I see it is they're all special. But this is a deep one, like very, very deep. Pisces is deep. It's the 12th house. So in order to know where we're going, we have to know where we've been. So coming from Virgo energy, what is Virgo about? Making sense of things, controlling things, yeah? Controlling organization, handling of affairs, the things that need to get done, which Virgo is really good at that, and self-improvement, being of service to others as well. Virgo's an earth sign, and it's ruled by Mercury, so this is thinking practically, because earth, practical, tangible, money, material things, the body even, I would associate with the element of earth. So that is very earthy, practical, material focused sign. It's about getting things done. And health as well, looking after your health, that's another Virgo thing. So that plus the fact that it's Mercury ruled, so when you combine Earth and Mercury, what do you get? Well, Mercury is it's speed, it's thinking, it's fast, it's connectivity. So very great observational skills, thinking skills, really snappy and intelligent when it comes to material affairs, health, the body, organization, things like that. Now, I heard a long time ago, so Virgo, Pisces, and Scorpio, they're like the three crisis signs. Virgo seeking to control. Imagine a crisis. Virgo seeks to control. Well, I'm going to control things. I'm going to make sure everything's good, so nothing bad can ever happen again. I'm going to organize and be on top of everything. So it's almost like, I don't want to say dissociating, but almost, because you can't really control everything. Can't really control everything. You can't really. So control is an illusion. But with Virgo South Node, needing control, needing to be in control, needing to know and understand and organize and structure so that you can feel safe and organized. Like nothing bad can happen because I'm so together. But stuff can always go wrong, no matter how well organized you are. Pisces seeks to maybe escape a situation through isolation, drugs, meditation, retreat, sleeping too much, things like that. Anyway, not to get too sidetracked, but so obviously with this Earth, Mercury heritage that your soul has with the South Node in Virgo, it's practical, tangible, material based, seeking to control, seeking to understand, seeking to know, seeking to connect. With Virgo South Node, there may be anxiety. Virgo is associated with anxiety. Also, the planet of Mercury as well, quite closely linked with anxiety, overthinking, overstimulation of the mind as well. It's hard worker. So a Pisces North Node, Virgo South Node individual, probably very hard worker, very practical, very pragmatic, and you are always striving to be better and to do better. Like, can my exercise be better? Can my diet be better? You might see mistakes that other people make and you're like almost annoyed, like, well, I want them to get better and stop doing those things. I want them to understand. I want to help them. So always trying to be of duty, because that's a huge thing for Virgo as being of service to other. You know, Virgo is the maid, you know, the virgin, which represents purity of motive, purity of intent. So with a Virgo South Node, there's this desire to help, desire to be of service, and a desire to improve yourself as well. But it might never be good enough. With Virgo South Node, no matter how much you improve things, no matter how much you try to help people, it might never be enough. And it's probably not going to bring you very much satisfaction or success in this life. It'd be kind of stagnant if you were just to remain in that Virgo energy. So yeah, one of these information overload South Nodes, especially depending on the house, more like it might be more or less that, but with Virgo South Node, there it could be any South Node with Mercury. It's just it's yeah, information overload, and very critical. Virgo can be very critical, so you might be so critical on yourself and so critical of others, and just so perfectionist. Like, I gotta get everything right, or everything's gonna fall apart. I gotta keep doing better, otherwise I think, yeah, things are just gonna stagnate, and I'm gonna do bad, and I'm gonna feel bad about myself, and people are gonna not like me, or yeah, just like maybe seeking to control your anxiety through perfectionist tendencies, and it's never really gonna go away. Doesn't matter how perfect you are and how perfect you try to help other people be, you're always gonna be anxious if you try to use that as a way to facilitate having more peace of mind, because it's kind of like a monster that you just keep feeding, and you can never feed it enough, you know, this perfectionist overthinking tendency that you might have as a Virgo South Node individual. So big focus on the body. Could be issues with the body, like you're too harsh with yourself, maybe very strict dieting regimes, or the body might stress you out so much that you disconnect from it. But there's probably stress, like a lot of stress and tension within the body. And there might be an inability to relax, to just sit still and to just chill and to not do anything. You probably get a lot done, probably very hard working, but you might not give enough time for yourself to just chill, just not do anything at all. Just listen to music, just vibe, just chill out. Virgo South Node, you're always seeking to do better and improve, and work hard, and sending messages, sending emails, working out to-do lists, and smashing all the goals that you have listed, things in your calendar, big planner. You know, planner is probably full. So this can be very, very good, really good. I'm not saying to get rid of this completely or even really get rid of it, but you have to kind of tone it down, because too much organization and too much busyness is going to burn a candle at both ends. It's going to fry your nerves, your Mercurian South Node nerves, you know? So there's stress here. There's a stressful, hardworking South Node. So try to think, like, yeah, past life themes, just being of service to other people, duty, never, like, taking life very seriously. I'd say taking things very seriously, probably because you had to, you know, just kind of non-stop, kind of really hard working, like every day working hard and providing for other people as well. Like, that's a big thing, being of service to others. So you've had a lot of lifetimes just having to be practical, having to be hardworking, and focusing on other people a lot, as well as just never feeling like you're good enough, you know? So here in this lifetime, that kind of stuff you have to step away from. It's not really going to work for you so much anymore. It's not really going to work for you anymore, actually. If you do, you'll find that you're probably good at these things, but it's going to lead to stagnation, and it's going to be kind of like you need to bring in the change, because you can't stay still. That you just stagnate, you know, and you won't learn your lessons that you're here to learn. You won't develop, and your soul won't grow. So how do you avoid these things? By stepping into your North Node, Pisces North Node. Okay, Pisces is the dreamer. Pisces is the poet. Pisces is the the mystic, the wanderer, and Pisces element is water. So water, we're going away from the practical, tangible, physical, earthy Virgo, and we're moving in with this North Node to the mystical realms, the emotional world, the less about what's outside, tangible, practical goals and things need to be done, and more about the inside, your emotions, your soul, your deep thoughts and deep sense of self. And also interacting with other people in that way, getting to know them on a really deep level. Not just like, what do you need done? What can I do for you? What do we need to do today? But like, to get really deep and emotional, you know. Pisces represented by the fish swimming in water, the two fish going around in a circle. And yeah, so it's also the last sign of the zodiac, which, you know, is associated with, I don't want to say old age, but kind of old age. I would say some people associate the 12th house with the time before birth, and also death as well. So it's kind of like death and rebirth in between states. There's something quite liminal and in between states of the 12th house and Pisces as well, because Pisces almost kind of exists within two realms. It's almost like the Pisces individual or someone with heavy Pisces elements in their chart has one foot in the physical world and one foot in the immaterial world. Like, they're with the fairies, they're with the spirits, they're only half here, you know, because they're with that 12th house, with that water, and also forgot to say the ruling planet Neptune and traditionally Jupiter. So with that Neptune, dreamy, mystical, spiritual, far away and strange, and you know, Neptune rules dreams. It rules our connection to higher realms, the infinite. It's strange. It's beautiful. Neptune rules beauty, strange beauty, higher octave beauty. It's like a higher octave of Venus, which is more traditional beauty. Neptune's probably my favorite planet. Anyway, that plus Jupiter, which represents belief, expansion, growth, and yeah, just it's so expansive and large, you know, lucky as well. So those things, Pisces is just so mystical and so strange and spiritual and emotional and big, you know. And so you're being called here to get in touch with your emotions, your deep emotions, because express yourself artistically, express your soul. What is your soul telling you? Like, give yourself more time for that stuff to come through. You don't have to sit and meditate for hours, although meditation is a good thing for everyone to do, including a Pisces North Node individual. But yeah, more time on your own, like spending time having a walk in the park, in nature, just chilling out, listening to some music like taking things slow, slowing things right down, painting, drawing, sculpting, music, playing guitar, singing, expressing the intangible, the illogical, the irrational. And I don't mean that like these words I said in previous videos, like irrational and illogical in our current society or our current paradigm. It's like these things are viewed as wrong, but it's not. What I mean by that is like, you're not dealing with like facts and information and structure and routine and rigidity. You're dealing with emotions and things that are subjective and can't really be explained like so easily or ever. Talking about psychic intuition, emotions as well. And these things, obviously, art and poetry are ways that we can try to explain the intangible, try to explain the world inside and the world beyond that we all have access to through colors and shapes and music and chords and beautiful words, you know. So it's about diving deep into that world of emotions and subjectivity, that beautiful, strange world, you know? And it's also about having compassion for yourself, unconditional compassion, compassion for other people, unconditional compassion, love. Love and compassion are massive with Pisces, you know? And stepping away from this feeling that you might not be good enough or other people aren't good enough and you're not doing enough. Pisces, like Pisces North Node, just forget about all that. Like, you are good enough. Like, you're already good enough. You always will be, and everyone else is too. Everybody else is on their journey. They're doing their thing. The universe taking care of itself. Stop trying to control it. Stop trying to control it so much, and stop worrying and overthinking so much. Like, everything's going to work itself out. Other people are going to take care of themselves, even if you don't help them. Like, they'll find a way, and you don't always need to try and be doing better all the time. You need to just relax and enjoy being. Just enjoy being, just existing, you know? And yeah, getting more in contact with the spiritual realm and your higher self, or your higher selves, or your guardian angels, soul family, spirits, God, these type of things, with many lifetimes of being so three-dimensional and physical, and maybe being in a survival mode, like having to get stuff done, having to work hard, having to be of service, make sure the house is right, make sure things are going smoothly at work, all of this stuff. Now, it's about stepping away from all the noise and all the stress and all the dense three-dimensional reality and going toward the psychic and the higher realms. You know, Neptune, which rules Pisces, as I mentioned earlier, as our connection, represents connection to the higher realms. Like, this is, Pisces is ruled by an outer planet. It's not a personal planet. It's not Mars, not Venus, not even the moon. It's an outer planet, you know, which the outer planets are stranger and more fourth dimensional, I suppose. Like, they're less earthy, you know, and that's what gives Pisces a lot of its dreamy, spiritual energy. You know, selflessness is a big thing with Pisces, being more selfless. And you've been giving yourself a lot to other people in past lives through service and routine and stuff. Pisces so Virgo is also selfless, but Pisces selfless is more of an emotional selflessness rather than I'll give you all my time and resources and I'll work really hard for you to help you out. Pisces is more of a, well, I love you unconditionally and I'll always be there for you no matter what, and I'll always be there for myself no matter what, and I'll always understand. That type of energy. You know, give that to yourself, give that to other people, your loved ones, the world. Humanitarianism as well, spirituality. Accepting that you are not in control is huge here. Like, this is such a big thing. Accepting that not everything can be labeled and put in a box. Not everything can be figured out or understood. Pisces doesn't know and doesn't care for boundaries. So allow yourself to dissolve a lot of walls and boundaries that you have that maybe stop you from feeling complete, stop you from feeling just at peace. So don't be so boundaried, don't be so rigid, don't be so stressed, you know. This, I would say, like, Pisces North Node, like if you believe in, like, escaping the cycle of rebirth, of becoming, of, like, they call it, like, death before death, like death of the ego before your body dies, enlightenment, transcending so that we can move on to the next realm, the higher realm, and not be reborn again into the third dimensional earth or universe. Having a lot of Pisces or 12th house placements is a sign that this might be a lifetime that you're supposed to do that, or a lifetime that that is available more easily to you. Having a Pisces North Node might be one of those signs where, like, you can perhaps achieve enlightenment or ego death, or just reduce the ego substantially and improve your connection to the universe and the realms above. And that may be something that you're up for in this lifetime, to move into the spiritual realms. So yeah, I guess that's, and I would say like being less body focused as well. So I'm not saying like stop taking care of your body, stop respecting it or whatever. Absolutely not. Like those Virgo traits that you have when it comes to health, routine, and like structure and being health focused, those are fantastic. But with Pisces, there's more of a recognition that like we are more than just the body. We are more than just the physical realm. That we don't only have a connection to higher realms, but we come from the higher realms. And to move into, you know, like a space that is more emotion based and spirituality based, and less rigid and tough and three-dimensional and physical and stressy, stuff like that. So yeah, Pisces North Node, learning how to chill out, learning how to take things slower and easier, spending more time on your own as well. That's another thing. I'm going to wrap this video up real quick, but yeah, being comfortable spending time on your own, being comfortable with silence and seeking these things out, not always having to distract yourself with noise and the hustle and bustle of life and living in this world, you know, just tranquility. So that's what your soul is asking of you in this current incarnation. So yeah, that concludes that for this video. I am going to be maybe doing a couple more North Node videos on maybe just my thoughts on North South Node stuff in general, how to locate that on your birth chart, where it comes from, Vedic astrology. I'm a Western astrologer, but the North South nodes, lunar nodes, are originate from Vedic Indian astrology. So I'd like to talk a bit more about that in a separate video. But yeah, if you like this, please leave a thumbs up, please leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.